Niall. How are you?
I'm well, Justine. How are you?
Good. Well, I asked you here today on Christmas Eve to ask you a few questions and pick your brain a little bit about major accounts. And I wrote a list down so I could take notes. So if you're okay with that, we'll go ahead and get started.
Sure, Justine. Whatever I can do to help.
Okay, perfect. The first question I have is, what's the hardest part about being in major accounts?
The hardest part about being in major accounts? Well, I'll tell you this, Justine. The hardest part for me in major accounts is trying to figure out what to do with all of my free time, right? I watch a lot of rugby. I like to spend a lot of time in Dillard's picking out different colors of socks.
Did you
And
wear socks?
thank you very much. And different flavors of tobacco and so forth. But it's really more about understanding what major accounts, how major accounts can work for you, not as much you working for major accounts.
So are you saying we don't have to work very hard in major accounts?
I'm not saying as much work smart. It's really more about working smarter and not harder. You take Alison Workman, for example. I mean, what does she even really do? She's been able to pretty much bullshit her way all the way to the top through national sales, direct sales, and now she's the director of major accounts. She would be a great mentor for you, you know.
Well, that's a great idea. I'll definitely reach out to her. Niall, how do expenses work in major accounts?
Justine, I understand that you just graduated from high school, and it may be a little hard for you to understand this, but really what we like to do in major accounts is just spend, spend, spend until your credit card actually melts from all of the spending. But you know, a great couple of people you might want to talk to about this are Nicole Patterson and Damiensummit. I hear that they eat lobster at every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, wine all the time. They might be great people to speak to about that more so than myself.
Oh, okay. I have a weird KPI stand for.
KPI. KPI is a term that upper management likes to throw around all the time. But what it stands for is keep pushing it. Keep pushing the boundaries, keep pushing the limits, keep pushing your credit card, for example. Keep pushing your director. Just keep pushing everything all along the way.
Oh, okay. And then my final question is about managing up. So with the direct side, you have to manage up a lot. And is this something that you have to do with major accounts and the managers and directors in major accounts?
With regard to managing up, I've been very successful with Evan Ross by buying him large cartons of cigarettes. That's how I manage it. I hear that some of Alison Workman's employees, they like to spend a lot of time in Salesforce just typing the phrase roll tide, roll tide, roll tide over and over into all of their accounts so that it looks good on the spreadsheet.
Okay.
And then for Kevin Dawson, I understand that you just let him talk a lot throughout his conference call. He likes to hear himself talk a lot, so you just let him talk on and on and on, answering a couple of times with you know, oh, that sounds great, Kevin. Thank you very much. You know, those types of things.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Niall.
You're welcome, Justine.
Very much appreciated, and I definitely learned a lot about major accounts.
Let me know if I can help along the way.